Why many people choose to miss rather than actively express.
Many years later, old school friends meet again after a few drinks. My dear friend said that. Do you know why that day? I look for you every day to ask questions. Everyone laughed and waited for her to blush. Calmly answer back. Have you ever thought about, why do I sit in my seat every day and don't go out? The most bitter in the world. It's not that you like someone, that person doesn't like you. It's that you both used to like each other. But no one dared to say it. Then when I realized it was too late. So it doesn't actively express. I posted a teaser video on TikTok first. It's like an informal survey. So that you can figure out why. Because of the enemy, or not taking the initiative myself. There's actually a lot of reasons. Everyone has their own stories. Let's listen to our reasons. Let's sum it up later. 1. A lack of initiative is due to fear of being judged, because it's influenced by social conditioning. I was going to start talking to you. But think again, if I really mean something to you. You've been active for a long time, not to keep you waiting like this. People still tell each other that the sun is not active, it means I don't like you. Then your silence is the answer. It's not true that people have transmitted each other's ears. According to the traditional heavy Asian concept, women are often passive, while the person who takes the initiative and controls the relationship was male before. The girl's active in love, not appreciated. Outsiders can look at you and make fun of you. Is the pile looking for buffalo and attribute bad words? Is a girl. You don't want to confess first, because you think men just like to feel conquered. If you humble yourself first, it's easy to be judged easy. That's why confessing love usually default is for boys. The girls, afraid of saying my feelings. No matter how much you like he, her, they will also often passively wait, instead of saying feelings. Choose to love unilaterally with pride, as a way to keep the image. The second reason is for not being proactive. Maybe it's because you're afraid rejected. You never confessed before. If you are rejected, it will be very difficult. The fear of rejection, it's one of those ancient psychological processes, and the most primitive, evolutionary psychologists believe that fear of rejection. It started when we were hunters. Live in a pack. Because it can't exist individually. Being ostracized is nothing more than a death sentence. For each person, biologically speaking, inside each of us there is a desire. Desire to belong. Most of our fear of rejection, it can come from hurt and pain. In the past, according to psychologist John Bowlby, childhood has a profound effect on this fear. Specifically, who from a young age have been rejected emotionally by the caretakers. They grew up with a fear of rejection. Even if you're rejected emotionally, refuse a job or failures, they're always looking for confirmation. They are very sensitive to signs. It shows that they will be rejected. The third reason can come from catastrophic thinking. Catastrophic thinking. Doubt about the other party, and plotted all sorts of worst-case stories. For example, you're not proactive because you're afraid of being taken advantage of, if he or she doesn't love you. But will agree to take advantage of. Just kidding about my feelings. According to health expert Michelle Pudge, people stare at the dark side of the problem. It's because there have actually been bad things that have happened. Catastrophic thoughts. It's how they deal with pain, sad in the past, to change their worldview. And make them believe that the world is full of bad things. You can't trust anyone, and when you take a chance, it hurts. In the end, because how can the grass by the roadside reach the clouds? That self-doubt can be self-deprecating about many issues such as financial ability, appearance of professional education. In fact, everyone is insecure about different aspects of themselves, whether male or female. See the people around crush. We start comparing ourselves. This is called the comparison above, upward social comparison. In social comparison theory, this is a self-assessment process in front of someone who see that person more than me. On the negative side, it's easy to fall into the trap. Position bias. Have a tendency. Compare yourself to the people above. But we're ignoring the people in the bottom group, and then it's negative and it's scary. I dare not take the initiative to express my feelings. I once watched a TikTok video with the caption, "I lied to you today that I had a job. Can't go out. Just because I ran out of money." We think that it takes about 3 seconds on average to send a message of interest to the enemy. But I forgot to care that what they had to go through all day long. Everyone has his her own story. They also have stories. Their own problems, finance and career. These are the two things that put the most pressure on men in the present life. It's a really sensitive issue. Put it on your shoulders, guys. They are self-deprecating but can be. They are also trying to cultivate a very happy life for the girl they love. For the girls, crush an excellent person, how can they be confident? But that's not a good reason to keep quiet. Silence is motivation. Let you create a better self for yourself. Being rejected by that someone, it all started for a reason. The time may not be right. Two people may not fit. You may not be ready yourself. Who knows in the future? When you are good enough, love yourself enough, they'll meet in someone that's worthy of affection. Love the good things and the ugly fears. It's rough inside of itself. We also need to understand that lovers are not everything. Not even the ultimate goal of life. The ultimate goal of our lives, it's happiness. If you're too focused on the outcome, it's hard for you to be happy. Let's have a strong relationship. It needs to be balanced from both sides. It takes effort from both sides. At least turn on the signal so that he her recognizes. Confessing love is not asking for a relationship. That's the way to express your true feelings. It's just that. How do you feel now? Do something so you don't have to regret the two words. If only.